Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. My name is Ana Laura Lloveras. I am from Argentina, and right now I am in Italy. And welcome today to this discussion about joy, contentment, pleasure, desire. We are not going to meditate today, but we are going to share about this topic. I would like it to share my thoughts. It's not a truth, it's some thoughts from mine, and I would love to share them with you. I would love also to know where you are watching from, and if you have any question about it, or also if to make the conversation or the discussion among ourselves, not just me. That will be great if that happens. So I invite you to join, to share, and also to comment and to let me know where you are and what you are thinking. So yeah, I think I will go straight to the point, actually. First, by sharing a little bit about myself and about why I picked this topic today. And this is because when I started my, let's say, spiritual path, like maybe 7 years ago with yoga and also attending my first meditation retreats, one of the things that was making some noise in my mind was why different paths of spiritual, right? Like spiritual paths, why they kind of, I mean, people that is practicing, like monks and these people that is really practicing, why they choose to avoid joy. Because I was thinking, okay, they are searching, as we all are. We are all searching for happiness and contentment, but somehow, in order to do this, they are avoiding this pleasure, these things that give you pleasure and joy and this feeling of fulfillment in that moment, right? And I think each of us has their thing that gives you this kind of feeling. So for me, for example, it is dancing. When I dance, I feel everything else disappears. I know some people say they are like, you're feeling you're touching the sky with your hands, right? Something like that. This feeling of feeling complete, and a lot of pleasure. And I was okay in the retreat. I'm not allowed to dance. I'm not allowed even to listening to music. I'm not allowed to watch videos. I'm not allowed to go back to this feeling that is happiness for me, and it's joy and it's pleasure. And if I'm looking for happiness, I always had in my mind, okay, I have to do more of the things I love, so I can kind of settle myself and wrap my mind with this feeling of happiness, joy, contentment, and pleasure, which I was putting everything together, right? So I usually have this question in my mind about why I should stop dancing if I love it, and there is nothing wrong about it. So I think this was why I started to question more myself, my mind. And I'm saying my mind because I think all these years practicing meditation brought me to understand a little bit more, of course not completely, but a little bit more about how my mind works. And that means which are the thoughts and emotions that I'm having. So imagine it's like, okay, I am here, and what is going on is out here, and in between there is these many things going on. And when this change, it's like some glasses I have in front of me that separates me from what is happening on outside, right? So, and according to how this is looking, is my feeling. I mean, how I'm what I'm getting from the reality. And that's why we always say, okay, when we meditate, we kind of clean this glass that is in between we and or our essence, let's say our like pure essence and the reality outside. If we clean it, then we can see more clear what is going on. Everything, our thoughts, our emotions, okay, this thing is coming from here, the other thing is coming from there, okay, this whatever action or whatever habit is coming back. So it's this cleanliness that allows you to see what is going on. So I think some years back I put this question on the air and I was struggling, and I think with the practice now I can see at least some kind of answer that is working now from myself. But of course it's not the truth, it's what I can see now, only this, and this is why I would like to share it with you, and also to bring it to discussion, right? So going forward a little bit, what I have been thinking is every time we have this pleasure, this feeling of joy, we feel so grateful, that every time we don't have it, we feel we are missing that. We feel we are not complete. We feel we are missing something. We are still not there. And this creates in our mind the wanting, right? The feeling of not being content with what we are having at that moment, because we want something else to make us happy. We are still not there. This feeling of not being complete. I need that dance. I need whatever it is to play the music, to be somewhere even, right? Okay, I'm so happy when I'm on vacations, and then to be happy, then I need to be there, because I'm only content, complete, and at peace only if I have this activity, only if I am there, only if I am with this person. Because I'm missing this pleasure, I'm missing this adrenaline, this powerful, this feeling of being complete and strong, and that anything else matters, right? So I realized, okay, these kind of feelings is bringing us away of the neutrality that many meditators and spiritual leaders are talking about. This neutrality, this you're okay, you're not super good and you're not bad, you are okay with what it is. So when we experience again this joy, this extreme joy, this extreme pleasure, which goes away, then of course the only thing that will follow this is going down, and this feeling of, okay, I'm missing something, I'm not having this, I'm not complete. So again, we are not in the neutrality, we are not okay with whatever it is, because we want something else, we desire something else. And then I realized, okay, maybe that's why, like many people, many spiritual leaders or coaches, they speak about the desire as the evil, let's say, right? And I think this is because this brings us away in that present moment. This desire keeps us away of the contentment, because we are not content, because we desire something else, because we are not free, we are not enough with what we have at that moment. We desire, we need something else, right? So yeah, in like short words, this is actually why I think in different spiritual paths people try to avoid this joy, these extreme moments of pleasure, because that brings us away of the neutrality. And the question maybe is, should we avoid it? And I think each of us is the one making the decision for itself in whatever phase of life we are experiencing. I think sometimes it's nice to avoid these kind of things, to see how we feel. And even because maybe this desire will come, right? This, hey, I need this, and what's wrong with that? And I want it, and it's good for me. There is nothing wrong with it. So to also experience these feelings, what is coming from us being away from this that we really want. So what is triggering in ourselves this. But I also think that it may be a good practice to maybe just experience this. Be there. Yes, this is a time of pleasure. This is a time of joy. I am here, I am dancing, for example, and I'm experiencing this. But this doesn't mean that I will have this tomorrow. And this doesn't mean that tomorrow, when I don't have this, I will be missing this. So how can we make it sustainable and not to fall in depression, for example, when we don't have this, when we are incomplete because we desire and we want something else? Just being in the present moment and picking to put our attention in these little things that are always around us, that can make us happy, and to see when this feeling of desire, of wanting comes, then we can like catch ourselves, right? Okay, hey, I'm again here. I'm again in this position of wanting something else, something different from what it's now. And one of the more tricky things there, I think, is when this action of wanting something different from what we have now becomes a habit. And habits come from repeated actions. So this is something I think we should be very careful about, because if we, without noticing, we repeat this action, this maybe mindset, right? This way of thinking that we are not complete, we are not full with what we have, we are not content because we want, we desire, we need something else, something different, then this becomes a habit, and we will be never happy with this mindset, with this way of working of our mind, with this thought, this habit that is coming again and again. So maybe a tip besides cleaning this glass that we always recommend with the practice of meditation, but besides this, really be aware. It's not only about the practice itself, but aware about which feelings and thoughts are coming in that moment, and catch yourself, and don't be too maybe tough with yourself. We all have this, and we will keep having these kind of thoughts, and habits is something not easy to break. So be soft with yourself and be kind with yourself and accept, but catch yourself there and say, okay, I'm again here, I'm again wanting something else, willing something else, and having this thought in my mind that tells me that I need something else to be happy. And instead of that, bring yourself back to find the goodness in what is going on in your life in that moment around you, and switch your attention to the contentment, and try then to replace the bad, not the bad, but the old habit with this new one about catching the goodness in whatever is around you. So you can replace the old habit, right? So I would like to see some comments. I think I started to speak, and words are coming and thoughts are coming. But I would like to maybe read some of your comments, at least just to know where you are watching from, and yeah, if you have any question or something to share about it, some of your experience. So if not, I just wanted today to keep it short and just share this insight, let's say, of today, and these tips. So maybe to wrap up, there is nothing wrong with joy and pleasure, but there is a responsibility behind it. So every time we put ourselves in the situation of enjoyment, of joyfulness, of pleasure, be responsible and know that this will end. And so be responsible with the situation when this ends. And don't let your mind to be attached to this and think that you will only be happy if this situation comes back, if this person come back, if this activity or whatever place maybe comes back. But try to detach from that and find a good how do you say, homework is to find the goodness in wherever you are, so you can enjoy the moments of pleasure, but you can also enjoy the moments where there is no pleasure maybe, and learn to be okay even in this situation of stress or even sadness. So this is what I wanted to share today with you. Hope it brings some thoughts. I'm open to listen your feedback, your questions, and also if you would like to share your insights with myself to make this discussion a little bit more richer maybe. I'm completely happy to learn from you. Yeah, and just invite you to the self-development program that is in our website, Peace Revolution website, and you will find the self-development program to be able to learn how to meditate, how to clean this class that is in front of you, how to meditate, and also how to work in yourself, how to develop yourself further, how to start watching and learning from different aspects of your life. This is free and it's 42 days, and in the website you will also find a lot of in-person events like retreats, fellowships and workshops, and maybe there is something going on nearby you and you want to attend, and you are very welcome. We have different retreats in these different parts of the world, and actually these days are the last days to apply for our International Peace Training in Thailand that will be held in December. So you are also very welcome to apply. If you do so, please go to the website, read the requirements as well and deadlines so you don't miss it. And thank you. Again, I am Ana from Argentina, and have a beautiful weekend.